just fucking click the go live button. Okay. Did it work?
I don't know.
Is it going? Are we live? I think we are. Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fairies live stream. I'm your host, Fairies YouTube.
That's me. That's me. I don't know how this sounds. It probably sounds bad because we've never done 2 mic setups before. So this is more of a test than anything else. So please do not scrutinize it to the current standard of my modern work. I've also noticed my lighting is really bad. Like, I'm so overly lit and I don't know how to fix it.
It's just, you know.
I'm just too lit. I'm too epic.
I told you to lighten up.
Yeah, you did tell me that. Oh my god, we got out of focus. That's great. Okay, people.
This is the quality that everyone subscribed for.
That is the quality. Yeah, I love. We're out of focus. There we are.
If you want good quality content, you should subscribe to the Jean Carey channel.
Right, yeah, you're not doing self-promotion yet. We're not doing that yet. You know, it's too early. It's too early. You know, you gotta rein it in. You know, what do you think this is? Like the shopping channel? You know, you gotta like. Okay.
To view this as a charity.
What? Because I'm in a wheelchair.
No.
What is that? Well, I mean, what else could you?
Charity.
Yeah.
Using the big.
That's
the
what
big
you meant.
Influencers.
Yeah. So the gimmick of this is it's Starry's in the other one. Someone put that in the chat.
Wow.
Someone put it's Starry's in the other one. That's it. How's it like having been together at last, Jean-Luc and Tom? We have met before.
Yeah, we've met a few times.
We have, yeah. What was the first time?
That first time was that really awkward.
Yeah,
we came down to Cardiff.
We haven't
I bought you a
spoken.
leak.
Yeah, you did do that.
Yeah, we
had
had a leak fight.
We hadn't spoken much the first time we met, and
we got pizza.
We got pizza, and it was sort of like an awkward first date, minus the love.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Well, yeah, it's here now. We're best friends.
I'm actually cheating on you with
Cyberman.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. Aries is the new Lenny. I don't know what that means. I feel
just have a lot in common.
Like what? What do I have in common?
You know, you're funny. Yeah.
Oh. No.
What disco was?
I didn't mean to do that. I've realised this is not a good stream, but if you want any questions answered with both of us, it's like dating, but we aren't kissing. Look,
we went into this knowing that it was going to be fucking awful.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to sound alright. People aren't complaining about the sound.
That's good.
At least yet. Although now that I've said that, we're probably going to get a bunch of people who are like, this sound's actually bad. And then I'm going to be like, I'm not going to know.
Yeah.
Oops, disco mode, yep.
We'd like to know about the audio because we want to record our things.
Yeah. And we kind of need to we need to make it more practical. Because the thing is, my desk is smaller than it looks. Like, it's not as... That's the first thing you said when you came in to my new office.
Yeah, your room's just tiny.
Yeah, because the last time you were here, I was in the old place, if anyone remembers that, which was my bedroom. Fun fact. And you were like, wow, sounds terrible. Oh my god. Well, maybe you should watch something else. Maybe this isn't for you.
Maybe we could do ASMR instead.
No, you're gonna distract people. With your sensual noises. Kidding, by the way. Good. Enjoy it. Savor the live stream. Do a Lady and the Tramp with peas instead of spaghetti. No, I don't think I will.
Yes, we need the Passionate Pea podcast.
So, what were we going to talk about? We were watching Torchwood just now.
Yeah.
And it was quite good, actually. We watched Countryside and...
Gifts bearing gifts. No,
Greeks bearing gifts.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one with, the one from Sarah Jane Adventures, the weird alien. But she was bad this time. And she was like, I am going to go back to my homeworld. And stuff. And, yeah.
Yeah, Cyrus hasn't seen Torchwood before, so he's kind of slowly making his way through.
Yeah, I'm making my way through Series 1. No spoilers. I mean, to be fair, I kind of know... I feel like I know a lot of the big moments that happen in Torchwood just through, I
mean, you obviously know about...
cultural osmosis.
Yeah, the deaths, and I guess you also knew in Countryside when, Jack just...
Yeah, I'd seen that clip of the tractor going through the wall. in Torchwood. Yeah. What else did we want to say? So there's been more filming stuff. I don't really think much has happened. I've seen more people getting like proper pictures with Shooty, which I'm sorry about because if I'd have stayed that day, I'd have gone.
You should have went to the nightclub.
Yeah.
With it.
You know, the problem is I've already been barred from there before, you know, through all of my degenerate actions that I partake in regularly.
Oh, yeah, all the crimes you get up to.
Yeah. You know, the bouncers, they're very aware of my shenanigans. Anyway, so talking about Doctor Who, we're probably gonna head to the Cardiff museum.
Yeah, there's like
exhibit.
It's like a Bad Wolf exclusive museum thing, right? Because there's like I'm pretty sure there's like his Dark Materials costumes in the like maybe it's just like Welsh media and stuff that's
possibly. And like Doctor Who's like the main thing. I can't believe there's 42 people watching this. I haven't even like promoted it either.
I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm just sort of looking here.
Yeah, you're not even like acknowledging the people.
Yeah. I don't need the people.
Hello, everyone.
This is my audience.
By the way, we are about like I know this is a terrible place to promote it, but we are about like 4 subscribers away from 19,300. So if any of you, you know, have for some reason not subscribed and this is your introduction, I apologise, but also please help. Oh yeah, by the way, this is I keep pressing this by accident. This is Australian Canine. He's broken at the moment, so we've been fixing him.
Wait, have you been fixed? How broken was he before? If this is like...
Well, he didn't have a head, so...
What? Alright. Where did he fall from?
So he was... You see where that canine is, right, with the Rose? He was next to Rose, by there, with the other canine, and someone knocked him off when they walked past, and I cried.
You were like, no, my prized possession, the Australian...
Wait, hang on, John's mic is just not working, is it? Wait, I want to know.
Oh, fuck. Is it working now?
Wait, was yours muted the whole time?
I think it may have been muted.
You taking?
I think it genuinely might have been muted.
I can't even hear the stream.
But I guess we'll find out in a second if it's now working.
I've unmuted the... Oh, wait, hold on.
Eee, gabagoo.
The other one
Fairies keep saying that.
Yeah, no, it's my catchphrase. Yeah, I'm trying to see... Wait, I can't even listen to the stream for some reason.
That's awful, because that means that all the audio checks that we were doing earlier now mean nothing.
Yeah.
Because my microphone was weird.
I swear it was coming through earlier.
Okay, possibly. Maybe they were just both coming through that, and we just didn't realise.
Hold on a minute.
Unless I just hit it by accident. Either way, Australian Canine lost his head, he lost his ears, he has a missing tail.
Alright, I'm listening to the audio.
That's awful, because that means that all the audio checks that we were doing earlier now mean nothing.
Oh yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
That's a lot better. Okay, why didn't someone tell us that? Why did it take us so long? You should have told us. Hey Theries, hope you guys are having a good night. Is this your friend, or have you finally taken someone hostage to make them watch the Chivalier? I love you guys. What do you think? Are you my friend, or are you a hostage? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? You love being here, don't you? You love it. Yeah, he loves it. Look at him smile. By the way, I want to make it clear because I feel like to give you like some knowledge. John took about an 11-hour journey on a bus to get here because he's from Scotland. I don't want to dox you, but I feel like it's fairly obvious given the accent, you know, and also your Twitter presence. But blink if you're being held hostage. Damn it! No, no, you didn't see that. You didn't see it. It's all a lie. Everything's fine. He loves being here.
I mean, the thing is, my journey was always supposed to be about 6 hours, but then I missed the train.
Yeah. And to be fair, I want to make it clear as well that I am the financial, what's the word?
Yeah, he spent about 200 quid on, like...
Well, yeah, because you were like, oh, I'm stuck at the train station, and, like, it's 3 hours back, and I was like, alright, I'll pay for the bus then. Fine. So, I mean, to be fair, I feel like it's a good trade-off. You had to, like, travel for 11 hours. I had to part with about 60 quid. You know, I still think that I took the bigger toll there. But, you know, If you want to give us money...
Yeah, now you have live Sleepy Jean time, which is great.
To be fair, I was like... Because the thing is, like, you were even like, yeah, let's do a live stream. The more tired I am, the better. And your audience is just going redder as the stream progresses.
Yeah!
I think Mr. TARDIS is in chat. Hello, Mr. T! Not to be confused with the other one.
Oh, but Mr. TARDIS hates me.
No, Mr. TARDIS doesn't
Like
hate
that
me.
one time he blocked
Just
me.
like I don't hate you. Don't badmouth the other YouTubers. Be a good boy. Anyway, he
I'm
says,
not
call
Twitter,
Benny if
okay.
you're being held hostage.
No,
See? He's not being held hostage, guys.
I just wasn't going that well.
Okay.
It died like 5 minutes.
So, Tharies, why are we here? Honestly, we're just vibing. This is more of a test than anything. If you want to ask us any questions, Doctor Who, otherwise, whatever, if you want to send any super chats, it would be appreciated, but not compulsory. Yeah, we're just here to vibe for a bit. It's more of a test.
It was mainly just to test a 2-mic setup in
Yeah.
a small area.
Which you didn't have on for half
Yeah.
the time. Because you're incompetent and I can't get good stuff.
At least we didn't. At least we weren't like halfway through our podcast and realised.
Yeah, that's true. I always get confused with the O with Mr. T. Common problem. Yeah, no, I imagine, there's a lot of similarities between Mr. TARDIS and Mr. T. They're both...
This joke's getting iffy because I swear I made.
Yeah, you did. You made that joke in reference to me and Lenny Henry, and I'm like, what is the similarity here? What's 9 plus 10?
19.
I'm disappointed.
There's no laughs here. It's a serious stream.
Yeah, it's
Late
serious
night
business.
serious stream. Let's get into business.
Who's is your favourite sonic screwdriver design?
That's a good question.
I would probably say either Smiths or Tennant's. I flip-flop between.
Maybe? I don't know, I'm boring. I'd probably go for something like the War Doctors, because I think it's
That's
a good...
like one of the worst ones.
No, because it's a good blend between, like, classic and new. I like the light, but I like the simple...
It's just a grey pole with a LED
Okay,
on
fine
it.
then. If you want, probably this one.
Yeah, the battery is sort of dead on it.
Yeah, it's not
Did you gonna Sonic the mic?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to most with Doctor Who as it's coming up? Political RTD, I think.
It to be good again.
Okay, you're gonna throw that out there. You're gonna get me cancelled, right? Fine. You see, I'll bear the brunt of that. Who'll get the blame for that? It'll be me. But
It's funny because I don't even mind. Like, I probably enjoy more of it than you. I quite like Series 11. But,
well, yeah. I think you dislike Series 12 a lot more than.
Oh yeah, I can't stand Series 12.
I feel like it kind of balances out. Who is Jean's favourite Whochiver? Jean, who's your favourite Whochiver? Answer this question well.
This little Australian
No.
person called... It probably would be Josh Snares. They just make good videos.
I'll deal with it.
It's funny
I'll
because
deal with
I
it.
was going to say Crispy Pro because I thought that one would annoy you more.
No, I love Crispy.
Because...
Who doesn't love Crispy?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Although he sold himself to the dark side.
No, we don't. No, we love Who culture. We love everyone. We don't dislike anyone. This is... I feel like you're just getting me cancelled for nothing.
No. I think Who culture bad, actually.
What's your favourite TARDIS exterior? Honestly, probably Jodie's.
Yeah, it's either Jodie's or McGann's.
Yeah, I do like McGann's.
Very
The
nice.
New Who boxes are just too big, generally. Yeah, probably. I quite like some of the 60s boxes.
Yeah,
too.
I think the first
You kind of just
Doctor
look,
box
if
is
you don't know
really
what I'm
nice.
looking at, basically there's a shelf of TARDISes there. So
I don't even mind just Peter Davison's shape-wise.
I can't believe Harry's platformed someone that insinuated the Chibnall era wasn't the best. I know, I've really let this channel go.
That's crazy.
Favourite Wild Endeavour episode? Oh, we were actually talking about this. Mine is probably...
Yours is this Legend of the Sea Devils review, right?
I know you're depressed about... I know you're depressed in that one, but then again, you're depressed
It's
in...
no. The only problem with that was I had just recorded a Legend of the Sea Devils review with my mate Ollie, an hour before going into that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really contribute much to it. So to me, it's probably either episode 2 we did, because I think I'd sort of gotten more into the swing of things after the first episode, Or
I just really liked it because I felt we made some good points in it, and I thought the three dynamic with me, you, and Ivy was quite fun. Quite
yeah,
different.
yeah. We need more. We need to do more guest episodes.
I realised I'm promoting another podcast as we're talking about our own podcast.
Or just episodes in general.
Which, by the way, love the review of Death Boys. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't got nothing on this. It's just two blue yetis in a tiny little office. Imagine. You know, oh wait, we can kind of emulate it. Hold on.
That's fine. That's what we inspire to.
Hold on. There's green. Wait, green, right?
Yeah, you gotta get the orange, purple.
And then there's a purple. Look, hello and welcome to the review of Death.
Has that changed anything? Because I'm looking at your
review.
review.
It will in a minute. It's the fact that it's delayed. We'll see it in a moment.
Yeah, look, we have a Sandman head.
Exactly, it's basically the same thing.
It looks really bad looking at it.
It probably is. Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah, that looks awful.
It probably looks better with the light off. Can we try it with the light off?
If you want,
I can't, I've just realised. Do you want to just turn off that main light there? Not that one, well, you can do that one, yeah, but
I don't know.
I
don't know how any of this works. You're just making me flick
I
switches.
kind of meant that big switch there, the one by the door.
Oh.
Whoa, it's going to be
Speaking
smoothie.
of good episodes, the Passionate P episode, that was a good episode.
I still don't get that joke. I'm just told that that's a joke that exists. Wow, we're review of Death now, wait.
So, what do you guys think about peas? Like, just
we're not making this into
all of the varieties of peas: mushy, marifat,
yeah, no,
garden.
I'm just looking at the screen. It looks AIDS. It looks bad.
How would you rank the peas?
This is. Don't answer. Don't indulge it. Do you think they'll reconstruct the coral interior or just keep the big crystal? I mean, the big crystal, as in Jody's, has been deconstructed.
Yeah.
So they ain't keeping that. I would assume it would be the new one. I'm gonna guess because we've seen obviously leaked spoilers. The what do you call it? The like concept art showed Tannen in the new interior. So I would imagine.
Unless it. Nah, because the thing is, they wouldn't build a temporary one just for one episode. I was like, unless that was just a placeholder. But, yeah.
Peas are all disgusting. Based atomize. That is the correct answer. None of them are good.
I don't mind garden peas with, like... If you're getting, like, a pub, like, fish and chips, garden peas slap.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights back to normal now. This doesn't look good. The problem is, it's because I've unplugged the stream deck, so I don't have a way of controlling them anymore.
Oh well.
They control themselves now. I had to unplug my stream deck to get your thingy in. Do you want to do the main light as well? You look so excited. Isn't he excited? What do we do today? We watched Torchwood. You just gonna wear the glasses again?
I've just been sort of on a bus for like 11 hours and then I just walked around Cardiff.
Let's talk about our problems.
I don't really want to talk about my problems live.
No, everyone here is our friends. They're fine.
I don't really want to get into my
What is this? I don't know. To be honest, I switched into Green Terrace. It's mainly just a test and a bit of fun, really. I've not thought too deeply about it. I doubt this will stay on the channel once it's over.
Unless you want it to stay on the channel, and
if this video gets 50 likes, no, if this video gets 100 likes, it'll stay on.
Or just give us money, and
that's also fair.
And
Can Theris be a Cyberman? I mean, you could try it. I think you have to unscrew the back is the problem.
I'll work that out whilst you entertain the chat.
Okay. I'm slightly concerned that you're just gonna strangle me with it. Okay, chat. Any questions?
I mean, maybe it might fit over.
Oh no.
It might not.
I don't think it's gonna fit. Will it fit you? Your head's smaller than mine.
Is it? No.
No, yeah, you gotta unscrew it, and I don't know where a screwdriver is other than a sonic one.
No.
Am I right?
That wasn't.
You meant to give me confidence. Thank you. Thank you. That was much better. Favorite Doctor Regeneration. I mean, wait, do you mean in terms of the effect or in terms of the scene? Because that changes it a bit. The scene, I really like Smith's.
Smith's is a really good scene, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, Eccleston's is pretty good too.
Yeah, the fade's really nice.
Oh,
I think Jodie's scene is really good too.
Jodie's scene is good.
Yeah.
In terms of a scene...
It's hard because, like, I'd say effects, like, Jodie's looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, no,
but,
Jodie
like,
probably does look
I mean,
best.
something like Davison's, like, scene is really cool. That's like a really good, like, regeneration as well.
Yeah. I think visually 13's, I'd have to give it to it. Which kind of feels like a cop-out because it is the latest one, but it does just look the best.
Yeah, I think in terms of like if we're going like fade, like a good transition, I'd honestly say like Eccleston to Tennant, just because I love how the hair sprouts out.
That is a good transition. I quite like the 10 to 11 transition. Like when he burns through. I don't know, it kind of looks neat. And I like the TARDIS crashing effect.
Yeah, that's
it looks quite like, I don't know, it has high budget, like high octane feel to it. I still think visually though, I kind of just like that 13's isn't in the TARDIS. That's nice, because like, I'm pretty sure every other mainline New Who regen is TARDIS.
Yeah.
9's is, both of 10's are. 11's is, 12's is, and 13's is the first one not to be. So I kind of respect it just for that. But in terms of like the actual scene, 11's would
the second Doctor's is really cool as well, just because that's something. There's a lot of good ones thinking on it.
My kind of least favourite would be more something like 3 to 4.
They're quite safe. They are just kind of.
That's just kind of a thing. You have that weird guy being like, "Ooh, he's the process is it's gonna make him more erratic." And
obviously, like the Sixth Doctor one's like one of the worst.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like the thing is about the Sixth Doctor one. It's so not good that I like respect it in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's so bad that I almost like love it in a way. 7's regen is different.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that one because it is different, but I think at the same time it's like, ooh, I don't know if I like it because it is sort of so.
Someone said 8 isn't in the TARDIS. True, but it's debatable whether you class him as a new hero or a classic Doctor. I would say he's more on the classic end.
Yeah, I count him as a classic Doctor, even although
he is a weird in between.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like...
Even though he's featured more in New Who, technically.
He has, yeah, but I still sort of see him as a classic Doctor. Because, like, whenever, like, the classic series comes to, like, any streaming service, it's always 1 to 8.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I just count everything, like, pre the revival as just classic Who.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's a case of, like... When it comes to the 8th Doctor, he is a weird in between. I feel like the New Who Doctors start with War in terms of like continuity wise.
Yeah.
Because like that's when I know that Big Finish has done stuff with the Time War and the 8th Doctor, and even the 7th Doctor knew about it.
I don't know,
apparently.
but even saying that if you're because like I don't know because I feel like the War Doctor, like the Time War as a concept was sort of created to be the wilderness years, so I don't know if that.
I don't know. I still see 8 as a classic Doctor.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that.
Yeah. 8's Regeneration episode is a mini New Who episode. Yeah, but like most of his obviously I know he's still getting expanded stuff, but most of what we understood about his Doctor came before the revival, so I still sort of see him as a classic Doctor. Anyway, we're getting into semantics debate. Anyone got a new question? New question. Do you think Regeneration story should revolve around the regeneration, i.e. time of the Doctor, or just be a normal story with the Doctor's death at the end, i.e. passing in the ways of caves and dying? I think both can work.
I think I prefer when they are just like a normal story.
That's
where
fair.
Regeneration just plays into it because of the. I guess
it's weird. I think End of Time goes too far in the direction of this is the Doctor dying. Time of the Doctor I don't mind as much because like he's kind of just doing what he has to, and the regeneration crack in time element is kind of his way out.
I guess narratively as well with the whole thing of him being like the last in the cycle of the incarnations.
Yeah, I don't mind it as much in time, but I think I would agree with you. I'd rather it just be like a story.
I think
first.
I think those sort of stories can exist, but I wouldn't like them if it was like literally every one.
Because I feel like Twice Upon a Time is like the perfect example of a story that just exists to have the Doctor regenerate in the end, and it's like It just doesn't really need to exist beyond
Yeah,
that.
but the thing is, it didn't need to exist when it was created. It was literally just created because we have to keep the Christmas slot because.
Amine says, we wouldn't be Doctor Who fans if we didn't focus on semantics. That is true. That's very true. I've seen Scream of the Shark classified as classic Who sometimes. Oh, dude. I classify that as non-canon.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to put it in one, I would probably say classic Who with the same logic of just pre-new.
The thing is, it is so much closer to the revival, though. Like, or at least it is in my head. Like, and I guess Richard E. Grant kind of has some, and he is classed as the Ninth Doctor, and the Ninth Doctor is a New Who thing. I don't know. If Theory, seriously, if you regenerated, who would you become? Who would I want to become, or who would I realistically become? Who would I want to become?
Is there not a video on your channel of you regenerating?
There is one of me regenerating into a female equivalent of myself.
Wow.
That was in the beginning of the Regeneration story ranking.
There's your answer. It's already been done.
What about you?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, if you could pick someone to regenerate into.
I don't know, but that's a weird question. I don't think I've ever thought about, But I suppose, like, who would you want to be?
So, would you get that life, or would it just be...
I imagine I
I
imagine you wouldn't get their life. Like, it wouldn't be...
It would be
you
like
just swap lives. It would just be like, you're like a double gang.
Yeah, it's like the Capaldi, Caecilius
Yeah.
type deal.
I don't know, someone hot.
Yeah. It's so vain, but it is true, isn't it? It's like, I regenerated into a pickle. Okay, we think we've got a funny guy in the chat. Bring it up, Pickle Rick. No, it's fine. I'll allow it this time. It annoys me when they try and set up a regeneration as he's going to die. Yeah, I mean, thing is, with 10 it does kind of work, because, like, he's so in his own bubble, he kind of, like, he sees it as death to himself.
Yeah,
because he's
a
so...
vain character.
Yeah. When it's done otherwise, like, Capaldi, I guess he's an old man, and he's just tired.
I didn't like it with Capaldi because it sort of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem is, like, Moffat had a weird obsession with the Doctor dying. I've noticed this. Series 6, the whole thing revolves around that. Series 7, and then obviously the Spatfuls, you've got, you know, the Matt Smith's the last one, he'll die if this doesn't happen. Series 8, obviously we get a break from that, but then Series 9, we got the whole midlife crisis. How long can I realistically live for? Whole thing. And then Series 10, by the end, he's like, I can't live anymore, I want to, you know, retire. We got a super chat. Thanks, No Sweet Jonesy, for the $1.99 super chat, who says, hey, Tharies, love your content. It's okay, Sean, I'm sure they love you. Deep down. Deep down.
What they don't know is that I'm the backbone of the Tharies channel. I actually do all of the editing.
That's just a lie.
If
anything, you delay editing.
I did the intro, the art.
No, that is just... Adam Walker is going to not be happy.
Look, I keep him in check. I feed him, I look after him, isn't that right?
I don't like this.
I keep his office
If anything, it is the other way around. It is the other way around. But I love you. It's okay, Sean. Hi, Tharies. Who is next to you? It's David Tennant. The official David Tennant. Oh, that's the super chat alert.
Oh.
You were worried. It was the Mr. Copperfield. It's the bit in Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah, I was really confused. I was like, it's David Tennant? And I just heard David Tennant. I was like, what?
He's come to you. No, it's my buddy Sean. He's a friend. He's here for a few days, so we thought we'd do this as a little test.
You might know me from the Confused Adipose channel.
Have you been on
me? What? That's my channel, the Confused Adipose.
Right. Yeah, of course. Do you want to say something as David Tennant?
No, not really.
Go on.
I'm too tired and sad.
Give us a little, oh yes.
Oh yes.
Whoa!
Onzy.
Can't you hear the resemblance, everyone? It sounds just like him.
Wubba wubba dub dub. I've lost them all.
On my channel, Simon Farnby became... I don't know who Simon Farnby is, became the 13th Doctor. Who's Simon Farnby?
I don't know. Want me to find out?
Yeah, Google Simon Farnby. They super chatted again saying, love your content, Adam. Love you too. I think, no, it's because I said Adam Walker in relation to the intro. This is John, as in Gean. So, apologies, that's my fault, but I appreciate
It's the guy, it's the horrible history.
Oh, that would be a good Doctor casting, actually. I would vibe with that. He's Death in Horrible History.
He's in Ghosts as well.
Stupid deaths, they're funny because they're true. Ooh, stupid deaths, hope next time it's not
Oh,
you.
so you'd have him, so we wouldn't have a woman doctor? What a bit sus.
Oh no. No, don't call out my audience. Love you, Tharies, you are a great YouTuber ever. Thank you, James Robinson, thank you very much.
How much are you paying these guys?
We don't talk about that until we're off air.
No, you don't have any more money to give them.
That's true, I give all my money to you. How much longer will this stream be going? I don't know.
As long as we
want.
Yeah.
As long as we vibe. He's going to be sleeping on my floor tonight, and
I'm gonna try not to die because I'm allergic to his dog.
Are you though? I mean,
I think so.
You've not been too bad. Like,
yeah, I've just been itchy, and then I've had to be quite.
Yeah.
I think it might be that. I don't know if your dog sat on that pillow. I think it may be that pillow.
I'll tell you what it is. Right, it's the fact that her bed. She has a little bed that she's not stays in, but she'll come in and sit. So it might be the fact that you're sat right where that bed was.
Okay.
Which probably might not also help. Oh, did I see a wild Troy in the chat? Red Arch Alive.
Oh.
You know, from the competing
Yes.
podcast that actually makes episodes, that actually makes things. Whereas we don't do that. I think we have our own unique style. It's a more minimalist attempt at a podcast, by which I mean we don't upload anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only reason we stopped it was because everything we were doing on the podcast, you were already doing on your main channel.
Yeah, that was the problem.
So
I think
sort of defeated the point of doing a news-based podcast with
Yeah.
your sort of whole.
I think if we do the podcast again, and we are doing a couple episodes, I think it's gonna be more wacky premises. and
Theme topics certain just discussions.
rather than just hey, it's the news.
Yeah.
Because I already do that.
Because that didn't really work.
You know, I already do that.
Yeah.
Can we get Colin Baker on Stupid Deaths for the 60th? What is going on with Colin Baker? Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Is something happening? I don't know.
Well, I've seen mixed reports because some are saying that it's not him because his Facebook account has a profile picture, but at the same time, it's I've not seen any definite proof to say otherwise. It is a bit of a coincidence to have just Colin Baker respond to
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, the
okay. So
Davros
to
guy.
give context, Terry Malloy
Yeah.
said something about LGBTQIA plus people on his Facebook. There was a bit yikes.
Yeah.
Terry Malloy, former Davros actor, and then someone called Colin Baker agreed. And the kind of concern is it Colin? I don't know.
Yeah, because we know that Colin has some iffy stuff being mates with Nadine Dorries, and it is that boomery thing of yeah, maybe he doesn't agree with her politics, but it is a bit.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold too much judgment yet because I don't know about the situation enough. I've not looked at it. Red Archer Live says, to be fair, it gives you a chance to talk about the news in more detail. I suppose, but when you're almost daily uploading about the news, I feel like you sort of mine everything you... I mean, there is something I want to talk about. Did you see Stephen Moffat talking about coming back as a writer?
No. I remember it being rumoured, when Russell...
I was going to make a separate video about this, but we might as well talk about it here. Maybe I can repackage it in a couple of days and no one will remember. What was that? Sorry? Let me see if I can get the screen open. You might hear some feedback because I've got the speaker on, so I apologise.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
It's only a short clip anyway. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, so basically, Stephen was asked by the Radio Times whether he'd consider coming back, and I thought his response was quite interesting.
Yeah, because I swear he said not that long ago that it was quite soon, it didn't feel that long
I
ago
think that's
since
what
did it.
he kind of said, but basically he said no, but the way he said no kind of implies it's a very Moffat answer, and I'll tell you what I mean in a sec.
It's a no, but it's but the door is open, maybe.
Kind of.
Down the line.
Is my desktop audio on? It's not. See, I'm such a professional. Boom. All right, let's give it a listen.
You mentioned it might be a bit too recent for you to come back as a showrunner, but potentially as a writer. I know you and Russell are very close, and you've written some incredible episodes.
Oh, I still think it's a bit. It would be a bit. I mean, career madness, even by my standards, to go back into a junior capacity on a show I used to run. I would have to be insane to do that.
See, the way he said that to me is like the kind of layup for him to go, I'm just mad. I'm just a bit of a crazy guy. I don't know. I know some, maybe people are really into it. Yeah, I can see him being like, yeah, I'll do it. I don't know. I have my, obviously he might not, but just knowing how close him and Russell are, I will be surprised if he doesn't contribute in some way, just as like a little thing.
I can't see it, but maybe I could see him doing like a mini-sode or like some sort of comedy thing. I don't know. I don't think he's done with the franchise altogether. I can 100% see him do like a book or write a short in the future. But I don't know if he would fully come back. At least for something like Series 14.
Someone said he did an Andrew Garfield. I mean, it's possible.
Maybe, I mean, the way that he's like scratching his beard and he's like, ooh.
It's like sort of grinning. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we know that Moffat lies, so.
Moffat does lie. Yeah, no, Moffat. I feel like Moffat probably. Because the thing is, we thought, as I said, a few years ago, Russell was never going to touch Doctor Who again. He even said that, and now he's the bloody showrunner. So we really can't trust anything anyone says, really. Including me. I'm a mystery. An enigma. Maybe he's writing the 11th Doctor 60 special they announced earlier today. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Why would you do that to me, otherwise? They didn't announce that today, did they? I'd have known if they'd announced that.
What, are you being serious? No, obviously they didn't announce
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they did, but I'm just making sure.
Why would I know, like, Doctor Who news before you, Mr. News Guy?
Well, yeah, because you're occupying me.
That's true.
Throwing me off my game.
Listen, right, I gave you plenty of opportunity to work on content, research content. You're just like...
Well, no, because I was more stressed because you were struggling to get here. I was just like... He stresses me out, chap. He gets my grey hairs. Look at them. Look at them all.
I'm a capable individual.
Anyone got any more questions? Any, like, burning desires?
Oh, did you know that Theory says the secret door?
This isn't a secret. I don't know why.
He has this weird little door there that leads outside that's just off of screen, and it's really weird.
I have two doors. One goes to the rest of the house, one goes outside. It's not that weird.
No, you do. You have like this really narrow door that's like a little emergency exit.
It's not
like
that weird.
Yeah, it is.
Look, okay, sometimes...
You have two front doors. That's weird.
Sometimes when you're as controversial as me, you need a good getaway plan if things go south. You know, if I get raided one day, you know, I'll say something on Twitter like...
It also looks too narrow for your chair to go through.
That's true, I don't think I've ever tried. It probably would be.
Exactly. It's like this little forbidden doorway.
It's actually Narnia.
Well, it could be.
Or a TARDIS, a secret TARDIS. I actually like the Roof Doctor. But, you know, I'm a guy. I'm a guy in a chair.
There's a lot of similarities between you and the Roof Doctor.
why is this a joke?
I don't know.
I mean, we're both fearless and have a hopeless companion who dies.
Oh. I see.
Now it's your turn. Anyway, they did delete System 32 from your computer and reload the Doctor Who website, and then you'll see Shooting Hour is done with Sex Ed Season 4, probably the last one. Yeah, I think he said it was. I think, or at least it was the last one for Shooting. Yeah, on his Instagram, didn't he? He was like, oh yeah, bye, thanks for all the memories.
I think we sort of knew that it was his last one anyway.
I imagine so, yeah, there's no way he's keeping those two on the go.
No.
Because, like, I've already heard stories of him, like, going back and forth between the two, and I'm like, that's not sustainable.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Yeah, that's not sustainable in the long term. So, I mean, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure it's the last one.
I'm pretty sure, like, Sex Education as a whole was looking to wrap up soon.
I honestly think Season 4 might be the last.
Yeah, that's what I, thought initially. Like,
because they're changing the format a bit, aren't they? And we know Shooty's not going to be in it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Shooty is the...
And the thing is, half the cast aren't even coming back for Season 4, so at that point, who are you going to have? Just, like, Otis?
Yeah, and even he, like, I don't know, he probably has. He's quite a big actor, isn't he? Asa Butterfield. So, bit of an echo. I apologise.
It'll be because of the microphone.
Yeah, it's because there's two, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, and that'll be a reason.
I have heard read that Shitty was done with sex education. I believe he is, yeah. Would you rather have the adventure games back or confidential? Oh, obviously confidential. Let's pretend for the moment that isn't happening. Yeah, no, definitely confidential. The adventure games weren't great.
Because I never played them, so it's...
I did.
Yeah.
I have nostalgia for it. They weren't good. Like,
Yeah.
it's the sort of thing, like, confidential is actually good.
Mhm.
Like, it's actually an interesting show to watch.
That's the thing, as a kid, yeah, it really fascinated me, and, like, it just made me really interested about how, like, TV worked.
Yeah, 100%. I think in the modern age as well, I think people are even more interested in that than they were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, because there's people like us who have this.
I really want to know, I'm just really curious, like, I wish we had something like that during the Chibnall era. Like, I'd love to know, like, with all the complications they came up against, just to see what was actually happening behind the scenes and how the production struggled.
I think...
Not even from, like, a way of being like, I thought it was bad, I want to see it fail. I'm just more just like, I'm just really intrigued about how that production ran.
Someone said the echo of Moffat was on the video. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I expected that because we got a speaker, so he could hear. I can't really stop that, but I mean, to be fair, that was a while ago now. So I think that, you know, I apologise. This isn't going to be a regular thing. It's just for this time. But yeah, I am a single person. I am a simple person. Oh, I thought this was single. I am a simple person. I see a double off. I click. Very fair. Very fair. To be honest, I just didn't have the time to come up with a thumbnail for this. I was just like, put the absorber off on it. That's what we did.
Listen, I gave you loads of suggestions for thumbnails, and you're like,
They were just pictures that you took of me without me knowing, and they looked bad.
I think I should show them on stream.
No, I don't think you should. I mean, to be fair, they won't look. You won't be able to tell what they are.
Yeah, probably.
Someone said there was a Poundland confidential. Yeah, there was for Series 11. There was the Actors Hilarious.
Yeah,
that was bad.
That was quite poor.
I don't mean anything against the people who worked on it, but there's a reason why it didn't exist after Series 11.
It was too kind of boomer humory because it felt like it was trying to appeal to a younger generation.
It was trying too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of the segments like really didn't really go into like any depth.
Yeah, I hated when they'd be like interviewing the cast and it'd just be like silly things like, "What's your favorite sandwich?" and then they'd like remix it and turn it into like a song.
Yeah, that was weird. And then like they had a bit where they were like, "Oh, look at all the beards on the Doctor Who set." And it's like, who cares? Like
Yeah.
I don't mean to be mean, but like when I go to like something like an Actors Hilarious or a Confidential or a Doctor Who Declassified or whatever.
Weirdly, like the most interesting stuff, like from the behind the it's not even behind the scenes, but I would say that it's more the game stuff that they had on the channel, where it's like just the cast playing games, because that feels like I'm getting more of an insight into like who they are. And
I mean, even though it's been kind of memed, even things like that, like Chibnall summary of Flux. Remember that?
Yeah, vaguely.
Which was kind of memed on because it was like you shouldn't need a whole video to explain the series, but you know. The Doctor knows more about sex than the average Doctor Who fan. I have no context for that, but I'm inclined to agree. Why is there a strange young man in your room?
Why indeed?
No, he's just staying for a few days as a friend.
It's me.
My turn. These are the glasses of intelligence. The wearer is granted.
Oh, I've lost all my intelligence. Whoa, I need to steal this from you.
Wait, is it my Doctor Who magazine? What?
It's the first one.
Alright, can I just say, ever since he arrived, he's just been sort of eyeing up my stuff and going, what do I not have in my collection? And he's just sort of started like...
Yeah, I'm taking that Capaldi TARDIS, I'm taking, that yellow Paradigm Dalek, your exclusive Jodie Whittaker. And this, like, issue of DWM, because it's the only one I've not been able to pick up.
It does look sexy though, doesn't it? Look at that.
Oh, you did because it was the first part of the Dalek comic, and I'm like, I want to read it, but I don't have the
I mean,
first
you can
part.
read it like today if you want. I mean, maybe not today, but like tomorrow.
I'm just gonna take it home with me. It's fine.
I don't think that's what I agreed to.
It's fine. You'll be sleeping. You'll forget tomorrow. You know.
My guess is that they are Theres' as a yet unborn child. I mean, if you're as yet unborn,
I mean,
you're looking good on it. All things considered, you're remarkably well formed for someone who isn't born yet.
maybe it'll be some River Song-esque shit.
Oh, what? Like how you're like a fully grown adult?
Yeah.
Yeah. Their River Song plotline was weird, wasn't it? We kind of look at it with distance now. We're like, that kid regenerates.
It was like one of my least favourite things at the time, but I
Yeah.
think it also around Series 6 I had sort of fallen out with Doctor Who. I was like in my teenage years, sort of had other things going on.
Yeah, I think that the weird thing about the river thing is I always assumed you had to be like an adult to regenerate anyway.
Yeah, no, I've always hated that, like that because they fucked the TARDIS, that gave her
Yeah.
the ability to regenerate. That also kind of goes against now what we know about like the Doctor giving like all the Time Lord Society like regenerations or something.
Yeah, but dirty mind, Chris. Dirty mind. Think about it, the Doctor conceived his wife.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Think about that. What?
Well, what is love if it isn't a little bit incesty?
Bruh, this sound is a dream. Okay, that actually does work quite well. I mean, it sounded alright when I listened on the speaker. Obviously, playing videos isn't ideal because you'll hear
Yeah.
the... But I mean, in terms of us speaking, apparently it's not...
It would, yeah. I imagine it would work if we had like two pairs of headphones or something, or like a joint jack thing. But
Possibly I could get one of those. That's a possibility. Or even we could have like... Because they can be plugged in, you can plug in and listen to them through there.
oh yeah, you're right.
That might actually work. Quick Sonic showcase? I mean, they're all there. Some of them are kind of old. Like my 13 one is like... I've had that like 11 one since like... My 13 one's dead, like it's out of battery.
Whoa, it's just like mine, but I broke mine. I was
Can
trying.
you even change the batteries on those? Like,
Yeah, you can. Yeah, changing the batteries is fine. What I tried to do is I tried to change the LED color to be like the Tennant comic.
Oh yeah, what happened with that?
It went horribly wrong, and I broke the wire. So it still makes the sound, but it now just doesn't light up at all.
Oh.
So that was
I mean, to be fair, aren't there some panels of that comic where it's grey? Like it's just not lit up?
yeah,
Maybe. I don't know.
sure.
I mean, to be fair, it's accurate to the character options paint apps
Yeah.
in that they're all
Oh, yeah.
grey.
Not all. Like I'm pretty sure the early ones were painted. Yeah, that's painted.
Evening chaps, good to see you on set yesterday, Harry. Thank you. It was fun. I'm hoping to do it again if they film more in Cardiff, which I have no doubt they will.
I'm just salty that I came like a day after
Yeah.
the filming.
Well, because the thing is, I thought you were going to be there the day off,
Yeah.
if you remember, and you were like, nah, my stuff doesn't leave until tonight, and then
Yeah.
you didn't even end up like going on that train anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll catch something if you come down
Hopefully.
again. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is just that we live so far away from each other. Like Scotland and Wales, it's like opposite ends of the country, and it's virtually impossible for me to get up there. So the only option really is for you to come down here.
Yeah.
And you do occasionally, but obviously it's a long trek.
Yeah, and I'm poor.
That's true. I have to finance most of this. Sick Dalek collection, which is your fave. I'm assuming you're meaning the top bit. In terms of it, like a Dalek design, I love the 2008 Supreme. I've always loved the 2008 Supreme.
It is a good Dalek.
It's like really like, yeah, that's what a Supreme should look like. I don't know. I can't explain it.
I really like the silver and black, like Death Daleks. Like I know the story's not great, but I really like just them as a
Are
design.
they on there?
I mean, there's one.
Yeah, no, they are. I quite like, I mean, obviously, we're just looking at the shelf. Like, you know the Destiny, when they have the... Obviously, Destiny's not a great story
I was
either,
going
but-
to say, I don't know, I feel like the Destiny, at least the props, they're kind of like falling.
I guess, but I
That's
just
fair
kind of like that they've got the grenades
Yeah, that's quite neat.
on their, like, chests. Thoughts on how much merch will increase during RTD2? Probably a lot, right?
Oh yeah, hopefully.
I hope
mean,
so.
I've heard that they are getting like a little bit of a cash injection
Yeah.
on that front. So yeah.
Yeah, I imagine we'll get more. I hope.
I mean, Russell collects the stuff as well, so I can't see him like.
I mean, they even said when it came to the character stuff that Bad Wolf helped out.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only assume that's a good sign.
Yeah. I can't see this production holding off on giving companies images as well.
I mean, they had a 14 out in the span of like months after the broadcast. So, and you know, that's before the 60th, so the 60th specials have even aired. So yeah, I agree with you. I think as soon as the 60th rolls around, I don't think we'll see every character. I don't think it's going to be like, you know, RTE1.
Yeah, no, I can't say, like, we're not going back to 2006 again, but, you know, I'm sure we'll actually get figures of, you know, the important characters, like the Cybermen and, yeah, the companions.
Yeah.
Like, because I do still find it really odd. I know that they've spoken about why they haven't, but I do still find it really odd how we didn't get, like, a Master or the new Cyberman design or, like, a Ruth Doctor, because they are figures that, even not being too big a fan of this era, that people would want. They would want to have, despite...
Like, I would buy any new Cyberman.
Exactly,
As you can see, I mean, obviously you guys can't see it, but we're looking back on the other shelf.
I find it mad that we don't have them off.
There's like a room of there's a room of Cybermen, and then there's just a gap.
Yeah.
That's forever going to be there, because they've not released a new Cyberman since the Cybers ones, in terms of the figures, which is a shame.
Yeah. Do you have, like, the handles figure? You should just sit him there.
Rather than taking things, Sean should just swap a few things around in Terrence's room just to fuck with him.
I said I'd do that, remember? I was like...
Yeah, you did. Don't give him ideas! Don't give him ideas!
I was like, I'm going to do just little changes just to annoy you that you won't notice.
To be fair, I kind of move stuff around quite consistently, so... I don't know whether that would annoy me too much.
I'm going to do little things that, like, wouldn't even annoy you. You'd just be like, because you wouldn't notice.
I'd be more confused.
I just switch him and him, and you'd be like, you probably wouldn't even realize.
Yeah, I'd like look at it for a second and I'd be like, I swear that wasn't like that before.
Yeah.
Best Daleks are the Nightcross Imperial Daleks. I mean, the Imperial Daleks are great. I do love them. The Nightcross ones don't look anywhere near as good.
No.
They don't look anywhere near as good in Revelation. But I do agree. I mean, the thing is, like, the Imperials are just that design done correctly.
Yeah.
Because the eyes are, like, redone to, like, fit the design.
Yeah, because I don't think that colour scheme looks that great, but I think it does work with the Imperial, like, actual body.
I think the Imperials make it work. I think that colour can work. I think it's just, you've got to go all in with it. You can't just sort of repaint like an existing Genesis Dalek.
Yeah,
It's kind of like what they did with the Netcross ones. You kind of have to go all in and sort of, you know, redo the eyes.
Yeah.
Which was what they did with the
That's the thing, they redone the eyes,
ones.
the, like, slats as well.
Yeah, yeah. Such a shame the Eagle Moss went bust. Apparently they're coming back.
Yeah, they are coming back, yeah, like, a new company, I think, has bought them out, and, yeah, they've announced, like, what, a few weeks ago? That, yeah, Doctor Who, they have that license.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing more stuff from them in the future.
So that's cool. I actually, you know, been buying stuff from them fairly consistently. You can't see it because you're covering it. But I got the Paul McGann Eagle Moss console. Look at that.
I don't actually know if they can, but sure.
Can you see it? Well, we won't know until the stream comes up. Because there's like stream latency.
Oh.
It does look good. Like, they've done a really good job modeling
all the little details.
Like, they've got the little brake lever which he pulls.
People can't see because it's on this side.
He's got the little rotatey thing. You got the little bit that, like, you pull to, like, open up the skylight.
I feel like we're doing teleshopping. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't want to buy? Just...
It does look really good. In the same shop they had the Whittaker one, and I just went, it just doesn't look good. Like, I was considering it, but I was just like, it doesn't...
I'd be surprised. Have they done an RTD one?
What, like a Coral TARDIS?
Yeah. Because I don't think I've seen that. I'd be interested to see how they do
I'll do a
that,
Google.
like-
I don't think they have.
Because I think some of the classic ones look good. I've seen. But I wasn't that impressed with the
Eagle
Capaldi
Moss TARDIS. No, that's not. Eagle Moss TARDIS.
one. You and your text-to-speech.
Look, it's just oh, they have. They do
Oh.
one. That's kind of sick. It still doesn't look as good as the McGann one. I don't know what it is. The
Yeah.
McGann one translates really well to like a I am kind of tempted by the Capaldi one, to be fair. That does look nice.
I didn't think it looked that great, but I think the problem with the Capaldi one
I'll
is
put it on
that
screen so people can see.
the problem with the Capaldi one is it doesn't have that bit of glass around it, like
Mm.
that. So it is kind of just.
My only like
weird-
major, I would also say like the lights, like the color of the lights.
Yeah.
They look washed out, and I'm guessing that's
I
to like
think-
emulate like the movement and like the lights in the middle, because they've got those weird lights in the middle of the Capaldi rotor.
To be fair, I think that was one of the first like consoles they did. At least,
I just think the McGann one looks really good.
yeah, no, I.
Like the base is bigger as well. I'm noticing
Mhm.
on that one, and same goes for the 10 actually.
Yeah.
Oh, they also do a giant TARDIS. I mean, I already have the playset for that.
I get all of them.
Look at the images.
The people can't
They-
see.
Yeah, no, they do.
Yeah.
They can now because I've changed the.
Yeah, they looks nice.
Yeah, I've changed it to do this. That like the 80s one does look nice. I am.
Really love.
Yeah, I saw this in a shop and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's the shading. It's something. The text.
I think the design itself just doesn't really lend itself to like being a model,
That's also fair.
because I think it is just it's a lot of just yellow and brown,
Yeah.
and it's not really a console that has like a load of buttons and things.
Like you
going
look at the McGann one and you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
on. Yeah.
Like even
like the classic style interior.
even the coral to an extent. Like I mean, it does kind of have a similar issue, to be fair,
Mm.
where it's like it's hard to like. But then again, I suppose the coral did have like the weird pump and like the hammer,
Had the pump, had the weird ball. Yeah. Had
the
the
ball thing,
all the-
the big lever by the monitor. It had a couple of
The
things
thing is
that
that I know it has loads of things because you had that weird.
You can't really-
TARDIS flying
you
game
can't
that
really
was on the website.
see it in like you can't really see much of the detail in that unless like maybe there's like better pictures.
I imagine just scaling it down to something that's
Oh,
as well is probably quite hard.
can I like see the pictures?
No, it's forbidden.
No. Okay, I gotta have to like.
Like the secret forbidden door.
I don't know why you keep bringing. It kind of annoys me that the column is white.
Yeah.
It's not like green or blue, depending on. Because it's like blue in the 50th, right?
Yeah.
And then it's green everywhere else. I don't know why was that?
No. It's like green in series 1, and then it becomes like more of a sort of turquoisey color
Mm.
onwards.
Yeah.
And then when it shows up again for like, I think the 50th, and then there's another time as well. It's a kind of like bluey color, but it's because the rest of the set's underlit, and it's because it's the experience one, I think.
Right.
Was the one at the experience?
Yeah, no, they did use the one in the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they couldn't light it properly. But honestly, I kind of prefer it. I think it looks really good in the 50th.
Someone said if you've been through the shitty bit from last night. We haven't. We kind of mentioned that there were, but honestly, there's not much to say other than like people got more pictures with him.
Yeah.
That's about all there is to say. Which is great for them, obviously, in terms of like news. There isn't much. The reason I made a video yesterday is because I got to see him sort of like that's like a thing.
Yeah.
But now that we know Shooty's filming, it's like yeah, he's filming and it's good. I think if we get like to see a new costume variant, I'll be like, let's go.
It's annoying because we know that there have been some. We're just not really getting images of it.
Yeah,
because
not
they're
yet.
doing a good job to cover them. Cover them up.
Oh, they had to light the set really dim to hide the damage from filming the end of time. Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
I didn't think of that.
I do find it funny. There is a bit in like Day of the Doctor when Tennant he runs around the console and he pushes something, and like one of the weird bits just kind of falls off.
Yeah.
It's like oh.
No, my favorite bit of like little continuity in the 50th is the bit obviously everyone knows.
Well,
So when the
that's
script, the script is in frame.
I love it, but it really annoys me. It annoys me so much because 1 second it's there, it's like that could have been so easily.
Yeah. I
Come
do.
on, Smith. This is why you're the worst Doctor. That's right, anti-Matt Smith propaganda in the Fairies headquarters. Oh no, he's pressed it. He's calling for his servants.
No, what does that mean? What, like Davros? I'm just pressing all the buttons and like, no! I will kill you. I don't want this is like force. I feel like strangle you, like do like the Simpsons, like what are you little
No.
Why do you think they're hiding Shuyi so much? I don't think they're hiding him. I think he was just busy with sex ed. And also just maybe he has costume variants
Yeah,
that
no,
they don't
yeah.
want us
I
to see
think
yet.
what they meant with like hiding them is just like how they're trying to obviously hide different costumes. Because like it's been said, or people have noticed that like he could have a hat, like a lot of recent stuff.
Well, yeah, because I said that in my video about what I saw. Like, I saw, like, a hat and, like, his main coat undercover. I just couldn't really make out the hat too much.
Yeah.
Because people were, like, covering it and
Yeah,
hiding
with like
it.
an umbrella and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. We know he has like that beanie as well for like that other shit. I don't think there's...
Penance for the 50th was a rebuild as the storage where the console was being stored was flooded.
Oh yeah, we knew it was a rebuild because the ramp and stuff was different in the one in...
So wait, was it a
X-Rays.
rebuild in End of Time then as well?
The one in End of Time wasn't, because they moved studios. 'Cause
Yeah.
Obviously the
Well,
original...
I remember seeing, like, in Doctor Who Confidential back in, like, 2010, like, the new set, like, the new, as in, the new at the time, the Matt Smith TARDIS set was right next to the Coral set. for a
Yeah,
while.
the original Matt Smith set, I'm pretty sure, was built in the same place as the Torchwood HQ.
Oh.
Because a lot of it uses that. There are bits of that were part of that.
I know that when it comes to the Tennant console room, its final use before they like destroyed it, and that's why you get the 50th one is the Doctor Who experience is Doctor's wife, isn't it? That's the last time we see it in its full
Yeah, maybe.
form.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because I couldn't remember if that was also experience, but no, I think it is the...
He's not really an 11th Doctor hater. Where would you rank him? In, like, all seriousness?
Oh no, it would depress you where I'd rank him. I'm pretty sure he was like 4th or
I mean, that's not...
3rd or... No, I mean from the bottom.
Oh.
I mean like 3rd or 4th from the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that big on...
So this has been a podcast, or this has been a live stream.
I think-
Thank you for watching.
No, I mean, he's warmed on me over time. I just don't like his... I just don't like him... Like, I don't know, there's a lot of Series 6 where I'm like, I don't really like his arc, and then my Series 7, I don't really like some of the decisions they make with them. Like, oh, look, he's cringe. Whoa.
Well, here's what I think.
Like, he's a lesbian.
I think you're cringe.
I am cringe.
And you just don't have a high enough IQ to understand the sheer brilliance of the
I just don't like that they made him a bit weird.
To be fair, I don't like the Crimson Horror scene either. Yeah, I think anyone's going to defend
He's
it.
just like, hey, Clara, I'm going to slap you on the butt. And, you know, Mr. Clifford's fucking awful.
I like Mr. Clever. So I'm ashamed to admit it, but it's true. Kick him out.
I hate the line about, like, an enigma, a mystery wrapped in an enigma squeezing into her skirt that's a little bit too tight.
I still think, like, if you watch the mini-sode where Clara's like, I fall in love sometimes twice a day, it's obvious that they both... That was terrifying. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oof, gave me a heart attack. It's obvious to me that they, like, harbour unrequited feelings for each other. Like, there's even that bit in Series 8 where Clara's like, where the Doctor's like, Clara, I'm not your boyfriend. And Clara's like, I know. I was like, I never said it was your fault. It's like, there's very clearly some unrequited stuff there.
Yeah, because who found it?
No. It doesn't even make any sense, because...
It doesn't work because it came from like what Houfle was the original one, and then they put like Capaldi, but then it was still like Houfaldi, but then it's just
it's
Who
just
and Capaldi. Like, what you're shipping the Doctor with
and the Doctor, my favourite power couple.
But in a way, Clara becomes the Doctor, so maybe it's deep and meaningful and wacky and amazing and crazy. And whoa, look, a super chat.
Oh, I've just also noticed that we're out of focus. There we go.
It just couldn't handle my epic.
Your wrong opinion. Yeah, I fixed it. I fixed it. Don't worry, I fixed the focus. I'm gonna wait for the notification to come through, so we can read the super chat rather than. I mean, I can read it now, but like it's gonna inevitably go. I've got money. It's gonna do the Mr. Copper thing. It's just behind.
Money.
I'm annoyed no one subscribed because it does the you will become like us from
Everyone
Doomsday.
unsubscribe and then
No,
resubscribe.
let's not do that, because if people do that right, it's gonna like spam that noise, and it's gonna be the worst thing anyone's ever done.
Oh, the thing is, they're going to do it now because they're free.
There we are. Thanks for the super chat. That we definitely didn't see. History Talks with Tom. Series 8 was a good fresh start. You don't like Series 8. It's grown on me.
It's grown on me as well, but I do only like about 3 episodes in it. The rest, I think it's like there's like 3 really strong ones, and the rest is just kind of mid to bad.
Okay, let me get Series 8 up
opinion.
on my phone real quick. I need to go through the episodes.
I'm not that big on Deep Breath. I don't like Into the Dalek.
Hang on, let me get the episodes up. I want to get all of them.
I know what they are.
Yeah, but I'm just making sure I do.
Robot of Sherwood.
Okay, I'll let you do yours. Okay, so Series 8. Okay.
I actually don't know them that well in order.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
say, like the first 3 in it.
That's why I've said we should
I
get
don't
them
know
up.
if it's like what
Okay,
type
Deep Breath. It has grown on me. I'd still say it's like the weakest post regen. Well, I don't really like Would Be Felt to Earth, to be honest, but
It has similar problems to that.
I don't know, I feel
my
like they have
main
different
problem.
problems.
Yeah, my main problem with it is that I don't know. It just kind of feels like a Matt Smith episode. I don't know. Actually, it feels like an episode that should have been for Smith, but then they've inserted Capaldi.
See, I don't know whether
And
I
I
agree.
don't,
I feel like
the lines in it as well. Like, I don't like how they characterized the 12th Doctor straight off the bat.
I mean, I kind of disagree in that I think the Clockwork Man is like a darker threat.
That's
than,
cool. That is
than
cool,
most
and
of
I
the-
quite like the end twist as well. But I think like just the like stuff like big sexy women and stuff like him not understanding the concept of like what a bedroom is. Just like
Yeah,
I know
I
they're
also
trying
don't
to make
like
it
that
more
they
alien.
have like a weird sound effect when he falls over. It does like
Yeah.
a boing. It's like what?
And
Why?
I hate like the scene of like Matt Smith like calling up from
Of course I
transport.
like that bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, but at the same time, there are some bits that really work for me. Like, there's some lines that I do genuinely like when I rewatched. I found quite funny. Like the whole scene in the diner where they're sort of having that like small talk and like trying to figure out where both like of each other are at and like who's summoning who, and then they realise that neither of them actually are. Right, let me just scroll down here.
Then it's Into the Dalek.
Into the Dalek I like.
I don't like it.
Yeah. You want to go into detail on why?
Oh, my problem is I just feel like the concept it's been done throughout so many sci-fi things better, and the things that people seem to really like about it are just sort of like Dalek, like they're just kind of a retread.
There is a lot of similarities. I'll give it this though. I do think it has like obviously Harbour did a really like positive.
I've not
review.
seen it. I don't like also just the Doctor's attitude to soldiers, and what I mean by that is I know the Doctor always been anti-soldier, but we've just come off the back of the 50th, where it's almost like the Doctor has almost accepted that side of him.
Yeah.
And it is sort of like he's seen that Blue is like a good person.
I will give
So for him
you
to
right.
like dismiss her so quickly.
Yeah, I'll give you right. The whole I hate soldiers thing does strike me as like we need to give 12 an arc of some variety. We need to give a thing.
Yeah, it was just to draw like the parallels with Danny Pink like later on.
But I do quite like it. Like even still, I think.
I also just don't like how like I know they were trying to make like 12 darker right off the bat, but I didn't like how he just sort of did
Kills
use like
off that,
like people
See,
as
I
pawns.
like that because it proves that like I like it when your characters aren't morally great all the time. If it's intentional. Difference is with things like Can You Hear Me or Miraculous to the UK is that it's not meant to be read badly.
I think the Doctor's always been a morally grey character.
I think
I
so
just
too.
think that was a
but
bit of
I-
a misstep.
Oh, fair enough. I mean,
I think at least that early on.
maybe. I mean, yeah. The general public don't like it when the Doctor's not nice. I've learned.
I don't mind it, but I think you kind of need to build to it, like sort of what they were doing with Time Lord Victorious before they sort of scrapped it.
Yeah. And then after that, Robot of Fear when I'm not. big
Yeah,
on.
people seem to like it, but I'm just like, it's mid.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Listen, I think Listen is.
Yeah, it's weird. It's one that people seem to really love.
I
and
just
I
find
don't
it
get
a
the
bit
hype.
pretentious.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
too think it's really pretentious.
For context, I'm mostly really enjoying like Moffat as a writer, but there are some times where, and I don't think it's intentional, but there's times where it's like the script is telling you, look how clever this is, Look how clever.
That's
it
what
is.
Listen feels like
Yeah.
just all over. I also just don't like the whole, like... Because it sort of contradicts its own timeline within the series of Clara having descendants with Danny Pink.
Yeah.
I know time can be rewritten and all, but...
Yeah, well, Moffat's timelines it, you know.
Wibbly
Buggered.
wobbly, timey-wimey.
Time Heist? I never remember much about Time Heist.
Yeah, it's very forgettable. Like,
It's like-
it's probably not bad,
One of the
but
main
I
things
don't
I remember
remember
about
anything
it
about
is
it.
that, like, Absalom Dak gets, like, a reference.
The Tower turns people's heads into soup.
I remember the bit where Capaldi's like, shut up, the up, mainly because it's like a meme.
Clara hot.
You're still streaming? I am. Wait, so for a copyright standpoint, it's really funny. Wait, what do we mean?
I don't know.
What do they mean?
Who cares? What was after Listen?
I mean, no, Time Heist. We did Time Heist.
Oh yeah, Time Heist, yeah.
After Time Heist...
It's weird, it's funny that...
I love how you just said
Yeah,
someone in the
yeah.
chat is, who cares? Like, no one cares about you. Chat.
I don't care about you, random Clary's audience member.
No, I love you. I love you all deeply.
I do find it funny that, like, after saying Time Heist is forgettable, I instantly forgot about it.
The Caretaker is bad.
Yeah.
There's one good scene, and it's when the Doctor's like happy because he thinks Clara's dating someone who looked like Matt Smith. That is funny. The rest of it,
Yeah.
Courtney Woods is annoying from the offset. The villain is like the most average monster of the week.
It's like something from Robot Wars.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good. And also written by Gareth Roberts. So get in the bin. Kill the Moon. Do we really want to have the Kill the Moon? I don't even really. I don't have a horse in the Kill the Moon discourse race because I've just not really rewatched it recently enough.
The Lanzarote
The end
set
scene
looks
is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, as in Clara's bit, but everyone always praises that like performance anyway. So I don't really have a strong
What on?
opinion on like Kill the Moon because I've not really seen it in a while.
I think it's really bad. Bardo's like...
Fair enough. Mummy Only Express is a banger.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Mummy Only Express is a banger.
That's one of the good ones. I really like that. That's for me when 12 properly...
Clicked.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Flatline is another banger.
Yeah.
That's my favourite of the series, by
Okay.
far. I think it's a really unique concept. I think it plays on the whole Clara trying to be the
Yeah.
Doctor thing in an interesting way. And I like at the end, which they kind of go back on later, where it's like, 12's like, you were a great Doctor, Clara, but goodness had nothing to do
Yeah.
with that.
Mhm.
I think that's a really cool way of looking at it, and I kind of wish that her trying to be the Doctor didn't end up with her getting a TARDIS and a companion, but I digress. I just think it runs counter to the entire arc, personally. But,
It's just Moffat, he likes his happy endings.
I know, but I want to be sad sometimes,
Yeah.
Moffat. Let me be sad sometimes. Alright, In the Forest of the Night.
It's not great, is it?
Do you think it's as bad as some people say it is, though?
It annoys me because it's a really good concept. Like, I do quite like it.
You will become like us.
Oh, that's... Vandus has become a member.
As like a visual idea, I think just like a forest like taking over London is really cool.
Mm.
I just didn't like.
I
what
really
they
don't
did.
remember much about the story.
Yeah,
The kids were annoying, but
Yeah.
kids are always annoying.
but it had that one girl that voiced Peppa Pig in it.
It did. And then it's Dark Water.
You know what? I don't know if it's a hot take, but I quite like the setup from what we get in Dark Water. I really like the start with the conflict between Clara and the Doctor. I think all that stuff's great. I just think it falls apart quite drastically in part 2.
Do you know what annoys me about it? And it's like, it's not even a fault of Dark Water. It's just, why do the Cybermen always have to be side characters to the Master?
To be fair though, this was like the first time.
I
it
know, but
properly
it
really
created
did
a
that.
precedent which I don't like.
Yeah. Like, I didn't mind it here.
What do you think about the whole, you know the thing that got complaints?
Yeah, the
whole,
Doctor. I quite
Don't
like that.
cremate me.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
dark,
like how dark.
but I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I also love just the concept of dark water as a thing, like just the skeletons and like all the different. I thought that was really cool imagery. I just hated when it then turned into, cyber rain.
Can I say as
Confront the
well,
dead.
Death in Heaven, I hate Missy's plan. Oh, I'm going to give you some Cybermen for your birthday so you can take over
Yeah.
the... No!
Yeah, that's what I mean by, like, I think it starts off really strong, but then just completely falls apart.
Yeah, it's a shame really, because it's like there's some great ideas and there's
Yeah.
some proper dark.
I think it
Doctor Who
has some
ideas.
of the best, like, I think this has some of the best, like, Clara 12 moments, like, within that episode.
The Danny
like, back and
Pinkhead
forth.
thing is kind of bad as well.
Oh, yeah, and then you've got Cyberbrig.
Yeah, that's... No, it's not for me. So overall, Series 8,
Yeah, Series 8 isn't...
it's a mixed bag. It has its moments, it also has its duds, I would say.
It's one I think I do have to rewatch.
I'd say slightly above average for me, in terms of like, when it hits, it really does hit quite hard. Like, Flatline and Mummy,
Yeah, but I'd say that's like 2 out of 12 for me.
I still like Into the Dalek though, so...
And I don't mind Dark Water, but even then it followed.
And Dark Water.
I
think Deep Breath has
Yeah,
moments too.
that's the thing. Like, I'm saying that I hate, like, most of these, but I think a lot of them, like... Most of them do have, like, bits that I'm like, you know, I don't hate Robot or Sherwood. I'm just like, I'm not choosing it out of, like, all the episodes.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's like with, you know, thinking of an example, like Series 6. You're picking one
Yeah.
from Series 6, you're never going to pick Curse of the Black Spot.
No.
You know what I mean? Someone said,
Series 9 peak, though. Hey, let's go.
I mean, I haven't rewatched it. We should do that.
Yeah, no, we're planning on doing a, like, video, because he's a really big Series 7 fan.
You say really big. I still
He's
rank
a
it in like the
massive
middle.
Series 7 stan.
I'm just like a Series 7 stan in so much as I don't hate it as much as
I think I'm the
rest
same
of
with
it.
Series 9, because I talk about loving Series 9, but you know, it still has its
I think
points.
I think the thing is, as you said, Series 6, 7 was kind of the point where you
Yeah.
were like, felt like you were growing out of it or kind of fell off.
Oh yeah, I wasn't a fan of, like, Doctor Who from, like, Series 5 to 9.
Which is a shame. Because,
I didn't get back into it until Series 10,
see,
and then
for
Series
me,
11
it
happened.
was less like that. It was more Series 7 and 8. Well, obviously Series 7 was like, I'm like the 50th was on a peak time. Series 8, I don't really remember what I thought about Series 8 at the time. I didn't really click with Capaldi immediately. It wasn't like anything like, you know, what some people were like, was like, oh, he's too old, because I always knew the
Yeah.
Doctor could be old. I
Yeah.
always knew that. I think it was just the way they took his character, because at the time, I remember I was like, what, 11? Like, you know, it just wasn't really
I think
what
I
I
probably
wanted.
liked Series 8 more at the time, but...
The thing is, I'm the other way. I like it more with distance. But Series 9, for me, it was the point where I was just like, I'm not really vibing with this anymore. Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar in particular, has always been a
I
sticking
don't
point.
get, like, the passionate hate for it. It does some atrocious things that I'm just like, oh,
It
why-
also
why
just
did
like,
you
it
do
has
that?
some moments where you're just like, what is
But I
that?
also think it's really fun.
It has its moments. It also has its moments of sheer embarrassment. Like,
yeah, I mean...
the bit where Missy pokes
Yeah,
out of the
that's
screen,
dreadful.
I just
You
can't...
know what, actually, I think Magician's Apprentice is bad, but I don't mind Which is Familiar.
Maybe. I mean, maybe Witch is Familiar
It
slightly
still
better.
does some... I don't like the Dalek, like, the main Dalek lore changes. They're
No,
like
I
the biggest
hate
things
those.
that I'm like...
I hate that. No, Moffat just
why?
doesn't do Daleks.
Yeah.
He just doesn't.
He's even admitted that he just doesn't like the Daleks, so he tried to change them, try and make them more interesting.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. The thing is, here's how I'd say it. Russell does Daleks.
Mhm.
Moffat does Cybermen.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, we say that, but like he only really wrote the one good one, and that was
Yeah,
the
but
last
like
one.
that was like peak in terms of
Yeah.
New Who Cybermen rep. Because my problem with RTD Daleks is that they make them too much. My problem with RTD Cybermen, sorry, is they make them too much like Daleks. With their catchphrases and their stomping.
Yeah,
and
they
their,
are
like,
just kind of stompy killy machines.
Yeah. And that leads to a fun dynamic in things like Doomsday where you have that conversation, but it's like, I kind of wish their Cybermen were a bit more like how they are in things like, obviously, well, World Enough Time.
Yeah.
Where it's obvious that they're humans that have, you know. I mean, the Wayne evolution is the only thing I've never got behind in Doctor Who. Like how they evolve from the Mondasian ones to the...
Yeah,
Cyrus
I
ones,
didn't like that, and I
Pokemon.
also didn't like how they just all could fly.
Yeah, it's fine with the Iron Man ones because they're designed to look alright flying, but when you get the Cybers ones, and especially
Yeah, the Mondas
the
ones.
Mondas
Yeah, I
ones,
was like,
it looks so
yeah.
dumb. It just.
I hated seeing the Cybers ones as well in the blue light.
I'm going to give you a hot take as well. I don't love it when the Daleks fly.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's designed to do that. You know what I mean?
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, but it's like I would much rather just have like an army of Daleks like patrolling like a street than I would have them
same.
all like
Same.
zoom all around like the
I think
sky.
that's what I think it's more scary as well, having like a small tank like thing just like working the streets. Like I think that's more intimidating than being
I agree. Someone asked you, Thomas, what is your... Oh, Thomas, that's a different one. Normally everyone just calls me Tharies, but that's fine. What is your least favourite episode of all time? Sorry if you've already said it.
all time. What's like something that I just...
I mean, I really don't like Invasion of Time in terms of Classic Who. I know that some people really like it. I just really cannot get on board.
Maybe it would just be something generic from it. Underworld, just because of how painful that is to look
I mean, in
at.
terms of New Who, Legend is abysmal.
Yeah, Legend is... Yeah.
Like, I know... Like, I think people think I, like, overreact.
The thing is, I wouldn't say Legend falls apart in a lot of ways, but I wouldn't say that it's like the worst story, but it is the one that I'm like the most
I would
least
say
inclined to go back to.
it's the most, like, in terms of, you know how with like some Classic Who episodes, you're kind of like, this is falling apart type vibe. You get that vibe with things like, I guess Underworld to an extent, where it's like the green screens just do not look good and never did, you know, even when the show was coming out. Or things like, I'm trying to think of another example where like Classic Who just kind of looks like it's on its last legs. Nothing's coming to mind immediately. Like Warriors of the Deep. What I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Warriors of the Deep. Where it's like, this is just not. This is just not working. Legend to me is the New Who equivalent of Warriors of the Deep.
And you see, I find Warriors of the Deep quite funny. I love it when the... I can't remember his name. Or the marker, yeah. I love it when the marker's on screen because it's so bad. And I'm just
So like,
oh,
I feel
tried.
like Legend is what the general public viewed Warriors.
Oh yeah,
of the Deep
yeah.
as.
The problem is like we're not in the 80s anymore. We were in 2022, and you have production that looks like it could be made back then.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It all just felt quite cheap. Like the editing was atrocious. I didn't mind the costumes. They looked a bit ropey in places, but yeah.
The problem.
That's one of the things I
I
didn't
think the
mind.
problem is,
It was this. I think the CG mix didn't quite work with it.
they made it look
script
really
wasn't
grey for some reason, and I'll never get that decision. Because you go to where they were filming, and it was like really bright and sunny, and that would have looked way better for the vibe
Yeah, the
I
colour
think they
grading
were
looks
going
bad.
for. Like they make it look really murky and dark and kind of depressing looking, and everyone kind of had the vibe that this was going to be like a swashbuckling.
Yeah,
fun
that's how they advertised it. Like,
Rom.
buckle your seatbelts or something.
Oh, that was cringe.
Yeah.
And then there was that, and then there was the TikTok guy, the
Oh, yeah.
sea shanty guy going, "Soon may the doctor come." Where have the Sea Devils been since '73? We never found out. They just.
When do you know the words?
I don't know all of them. It's just that was the vague memory.
Fair.
Yeah, I hate Legend of the Sea Devils because production-wise, it doesn't hold up. The script is like way more complicated than it needs to be, and it spends its time in places I'll never understand. The
They
characters,
all just didn't need to be the Sea Devils.
yeah, the Sea Devils don't feel like Sea Devils. The characters are like so one-dimensional.
They set up Thasmin, then wrap it up within like the
One
next
episode.
episode.
And like the thing is that bit in Legend is meant to be the wrap up because they don't mention
The thing,
it again.
the thing is, that's the best bit about Legend of the Sea Devils.
And even then, I think it's worse in retrospect because we didn't hear any more about it in Power.
Yeah, I mean that final scene, I guess, but even that didn't really go anywhere.
And like the bit with Dan where he's like, "Oh, hi Diane."
Yeah, that's the biggest like thing that I'll never understand about Dan's exit. It's like, come on, like you could have at least given him something.
Yeah.
Like even if he just mentioned Diane at like the companion meet-up place.
Yeah. I'm surprised we never saw her again.
No.
I'm really like it feels like with so much of this.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the script, but they had to cut it
They
because
didn't
of
have
just
time.
how just how much they tried
Like
to
with
cram
so
in.
much in this era, it feels like it's set up for things that just don't happen.
Mhm.
Like the Diane phone call. There's obviously the big example is Vanquishers when the Doctor's holding the watch,
Yeah.
and then it just only give it to me if I really need it.
Yeah, no, I just hate that she says that. It's like, see if she just dropped it in. It was like, oh, make sure I don't find this. Okay, fair enough, fine. But it's like, unless I really ask.
implying that she's gonna ask in a future.
Because it's like Dan's arc's set up. Like you meet him at the museum. It's like he clearly has a passion for that. If only he had access to time travel and could become an expert.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's not really enjoying his job, and then also he has this love interest.
Dan doesn't have a house. If only there was some sort of alien time traveler he was with who just so happened to procure a shrinking device that could also reverse shrink objects.
Yeah. Dan was just done dirty.
He really was. I mean, the thing is, people are like, but actually, the tissue compression eliminator and the carbonista shrinking device aren't the same thing. Who cares? It's Chris Chibnall. Who cares? Just make the tissue compression eliminator reverse the house.
Just make the Doctor do some sonic bollocks to it, and then be like, here you go, Dan.
If the tissue compression eliminator can control that squid, which makes no sense, it can rebuild that fucking house. I don't care. Just give me something to pay off.
Here you go, Dan. You work in a trade. Build your own house back.
I mean, at least that would have given him a reason to be a plasterer.
Yeah, no, did he ever mention that?
No. That was like the one thing they could say in the promo material, and it was just never mentioned ever. Like,
It's pretty funny.
It will. There's some parts of that era where you just look at it and you're like, why was it like this? I'm not even angry, I'm just confused. I'm just sat there like, why? Like, why though?
I just find it funny that the 11th Doctor bought, like, his companions, like, a house and a car. But, like, with Dan...
10 winning lottery ticket.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, even with, like, his lesser favourite companions, like, Martha got, like, a phone that could call throughout the universe. It's like small. It's something small, but like at least she got something and a job with Unit that apparently the Doctor helped her to get. Apparently, even then, and that was a bad like exit in terms of he was in the wrong there. Even she got treated better than Dan. Dan got screwed.
Yeah.
Clara got like a TARDIS. I know you didn't really give it to her, but like, yeah, I don't know. Dan did get screwed though. Like, he really did. To be fair, even Yaz gets screwed. She just kind of gets dropped.
No, that's the thing. Yaz doesn't get screwed.
True. That Yaz gets how am I going to say it without saying the word screwed? Yaz gets abandoned by the Doctor, which is the last thing she wanted, and is forced back to normal life whether she likes it or not, and is probably never going to be happy again. I mean, that's what happened. Like, she didn't even get a choice in it. She's like, I'm going to go alone now. Bye.
It's fine. She'll be doing epic Big Finish adventures.
Like, the thing that annoys me about that is, Rose got a new home technically. She did. Yeah, that wasn't by choice. But she did also get, like, her own clone version of the Doctor. So, she got a better deal, even though she was in a parallel universe. And also, the parallel universe, her family are rich anyway, so I'd argue she still got a better deal on that end, if you think about it.
Do you think they still have, like, Rose the dog? And, like, just Rose as well?
I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
It's like, Rose.
I wonder if that got confusing. Rose. Yeah? No. Yeah. No, it just confuses me. A lot of that era confuses me. But it's over now.
It's over now.
I think we're done. I think.
We are done now.
Okay.
We're reaching the ends.
Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Yeah,
I mean, even you were the one who was like, yeah, let's do it now. And I was like, alright.
I probably just would have fallen asleep if he hadn't.
Fair enough. Well, everyone, this has been Jean and Theory's Fun Times, Doctor Who Fun Times, with an adventure in space and time.
I liked the first 5 minutes when my mic was muted. That was funny.
Yeah, though. I don't know whether this will stay up. Probably. I think we had like an interesting talk actually, so I'm not even that opposed to keeping it up really.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, thanks for all tuning in, and I'll see you all with something proper soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, why wasn't Legend of the Sea Devils Dan's exit? I don't know, but it should have been. Bye. I'm gonna leave it on that. Boop.